My name is Madison Smith. I'm 17 years old and I'm a senior at Wayne County High School. Many government offices impose term limits so officials can only hold their job for a certain amount of time. The reason for term limits is so a person does not have an unbalanced amount of power. When one person is in the same position for too long, they usually begin to feel as though they are superior to other workers. Currently, Congress members and Supreme Court justices are allowed to hold their position with no limitations on how long they can be in office. A problem with no limits on how long you can hold a job is that many people become bored within their position and lose passion for the work that they do. I believe that imposing term limits on members of Congress and Supreme Court justices is a good idea so that there can be a rotation of power within the system and so that we can have a possibility of bringing new ideas to the table. Jobs such as a Supreme Court justice and a Congress member are not careers. These very important titles are meant to improve our society, but many do not realize that staying in one of these positions too long can hold our country back from receiving the change that it needs. Term limits can get rid of career politicians. Congress was created to serve and protect our country and citizens. It is called serving in Congress for a reason. These jobs are meant to only be held for a limited amount of time. This idea has been twisted by people who have held a seat for over 40 years and collect a paycheck and receive benefits. Serving in these places was meant to be a sacrifice and a commitment. Serving was supposed to only be done for a short period of time and then let someone else take over. Many career politicians are solely focused on re-election and being liked, rather than actually pursuing change in our government. Many Congress members want to have a well-liked title and make appearances so people will like them. Supreme Court justices don't even have to worry about re-election because they are in for life. Justices don't have to be held accountable for their actions because they never have to face the wrath of the people. A long period in jobs such as these can cause our legislature to become stagnant. Without a good rotation of people in positions, our government can never see new ideas. People have different views of life and different experiences, and our government needs people from different cultures and backgrounds so we can understand issues from all sides and perspectives. Checks and balances are a key part of American government. Checks and balances are a system that was created so that one branch of government cannot outweigh another. Checks and balances are a good thing because without them, one branch could overpower another and change things without the approval of other branches. And as you can see in this poster, there are three branches of government: the executive, the legislature, and the judicial, and each has their own people in it and their responsibilities so that they can keep each other in check and they can't overpower the other. The idea of checks and balances dates back to when the Constitution was originally written. Delegates writing this document wanted to make sure that our government would stay strong and each branch could be held accountable for the other. The same accountability should be used within each of these branches as well by making sure people are not in office that are lame ducks and taking a seat from someone more qualified for the position. The presidential office and other high titles impose term limits on their title holders. So why wouldn't the other two branches do the same thing? George Washington only served 2 terms as president because he promised that he wouldn't seek unfair power as an official. Washington shut down the idea of re-election because he held the title for the people and wanted the best for our country. With the 22nd Amendment, the idea of 2-term limits for the presidential office became official, and this idea poses a question. If the presidential office and many other have term limits, why wouldn't Congress and the Supreme Court? The Articles of Confederation outline term limits for delegates so that their serving time would be restricted. In many states, governors are limited to 2 terms. Many have term limits, so using the same logic, why wouldn't 2 of the most important offices in our country also have term limits? From keeping someone that is unproductive out of their office. Our government needs new thoughts and ideas to further its success. Term limits would help our government bring new people in who have fresh eyes and a clear mind about issues. Changing our Constitution to restrict Congress members and Supreme Court justices from making their jobs a career and holding a position from someone who can help our government is a great idea. Steps such as this is what will transform our nation and take us in the direction we need to go as a country. Thank you.